When disaster strikes, most lives are saved in those precious hours and days after the event. Effective communications are vital for emergency services to do their work. But telephone and radio networks are among the first things to go down. If you want emergency telecommunications after any disaster anywhere in the world, well, the planning has to start here. The International Telecommunications Union has developed systems for early warning, systems for risk reduction. It's also brokered international agreements to allow for the smooth passage of equipment across borders and for the availability of emergency spectrum. In short, the ITU is doing the groundwork now before the hectic work on the ground.
Immediately after the disaster strikes, in most cases, terrestrial networks are disrupted or destroyed completely. The case of Haiti, we found that nothing was basically working in Peru after the earthquake, in Pakistan, Kashmir in 2005, and elsewhere. So what we have to do is to find the right technology that we can deploy in a timely manner, like broadband satellite communication systems. The satellite is always looking at you from the sky. So we exploit any kind of communication system that is available.
For individual countries, what type of disaster is going to hit is impossible to anticipate. What's important is that authorities don't become fixated with preparing for a repetition of the last disaster to strike.
We had this 2005 earthquake. We started working towards it, that what we should be doing and if the earthquake or some disaster struck. So we actually developed the whole plan. This time was a difficult and the different one because earthquake was only at one spot or maybe 2-3 spots, but the flood was from north to the south and it was everywhere, literally. And we didn't have much infrastructure, like mobile infrastructure that we could place in. So thanks God that the ITU and the other helping countries provided us some satellite phones.
When the disaster strikes and ITU is asked to intervene, or even if it is not asked, we take the initiative to intervene. We carry tons of equipment that we carry across borders to the country that has been affected. We will make that equipment available to anyone who needs that equipment, but we go through the government to avoid abuse of such systems of communications.
Countries can plan for the unforeseen, but without outside help, they are often powerless. By brokering international agreements and providing vital logistics, the ITU gets equipment to where it's needed without delay. Then emergency communications can really save lives.